In response to this honest question, of course, there's a very specific reason that I don't go after women. The change has to start somewhere. And I found that in most relationships, the woman and the man are happier if the man will take a leading step. Most women want their husband to be a leader. Not that he's bossy or telling people what to do, but that he's proactive, that he's looking for solutions, that he's making plans. Most women are attracted to this. They respond to this. And if a man does not exhibit this leadership, the woman will not be attracted to him. She will not want to follow him into falling in love. You can't force a woman to be in love with her husband. And if a man is not proactive, acting like a leader, being a leader, she's not going to respect him or love him. So I believe that the man should be the one leading here. He should be the one elevating the relationship and making it better. I think it'll make him happier, and I think it will make her happier. There are biological differences between men and women. This is not a matter of opinion. And if you've got a man who gets home from work and sits on his butt on the couch and does not take a leadership role in his house, making sure that the laundry's done, that the house is being cleaned, that the kids are taken care of, the responsibilities are being fulfilled, his wife will not respect him. She will not be attracted to him. She will resent him. And if I go to her and I say, well, you should just sleep with your husband anyways, she's going to be sleeping with somebody that she doesn't respect. And that's going to make things worse, not better. Of course, women can do things better. Of course, they can be less critical and more kind, more caring, more giving, more loving, all the things that the man can do as well. But when I trace everything back and I go to root causes, that first domino in a sequence of change, most commonly, I see that most men need to stand up and be leaders in their home. And a leader is somebody who takes responsibility. The burden is on them. Most are happy to have all the burden on their wife. And when all the burden is on the wife, she is not happy, and he's not happy, and she doesn't respect him, and he doesn't respect him. Most of the time, I find that if a man will stand up and be a leader, the woman will respond to his leadership. Of course, there are exceptions. Of course, this does not apply to everyone. Even in instances that I know of where the man did everything right, he was working the hardest that he could, I often find the men confessing that they just allowed their wife to plan all the trips and all the vacations and all the things and everything that had to be done. And they had all that responsibility on her, and they were following her, and they didn't take responsibility. It all has to start somewhere, and it might as well start with someone who everybody would be happier if they stood up and were a leader. Now, women, am I wrong? Would you like it better if your husband was a leader in the home and making sure the home was clean, that he was a leader in the home and planning trips and vacations? And what I mean by leader is that he took responsibility for it. Not that he was a pushy bulldozer or bossy. There's a difference between a leader and a boss. Bosses just tell people what to do, but leaders assess the group and then they take action. Bosses sit on the couch and tell people what to do. Leaders stand up and start doing it. But tell me, am I right or wrong? What's your assessment here? How many of you would find that attractive if your husband was more of a leader in the house? And maybe answer the question for him. What can women do better? I'd be curious to hear your responses.